Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
We ask you to stand wherever you are as we invite Mrs. Benicia Roberts, lecturer at the Division of Teacher Education, to invite God's presence into this evening's proceedings.
Let's reverently bow our heads and close our eyes as we invite God's presence. Eternal, most gracious, ever-loving Father, Lord, it is indeed a grand and a great privilege that we have come to celebrate this afternoon's proceeding, dear Father. Lord, we recognize that had it not been for you, none of us would have been here. And so we just pause to give you thanks and praise for all your goodness, your mercies, your blessings, and your leadings in our lives, dear Father. We just want to thank you for all that you have done for us and that we could come to this point to celebrate, dear Father. As we're about to have this evening's graduation ceremony, we invite your presence. We pray that you would be with us, dear Father. I pray that you would continue to let your blessings and your guidance be on each and every one of us. We pray for administration, for faculty, for staff. We pray for all the graduates. We pray for all the well-wishers, parents, supporters, brothers, sisters, all family members and friends. Lord, I pray that you would continue to be with us and help us all, that we would continue to recognize your goodness and your leading. And Lord, we would give you all the praise, all the honor, and all the glory. And Father, we pray that even as we about to start, that you would indeed bless us with your presence, and may everything be done to your name's honor and glory. For these things and more, we give you thanks and praise, and we call it done in the mighty name of Jesus. Amen.
Please remain standing as the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force Band leads the national anthem. Thank you very much. Thank you to the band. You may have your seats. Honorable Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Dr. Ralph E. Gonsalves, members of Cabinet, members of Parliament, Your Excellency Ambassador Fiona Fan, Ambassador of the Republic of China on Taiwan, Professor Joel Warkon, Chairman of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Community College Board of Governors, members of the SVGCC Board of Governors, Mr. Nigel Scott, Director of the SVGCC, Senior Administrative Staff of the SVGCC, representatives from the Ministry of Education and National Reconciliation and the Departments of Post-Secondary and Tertiary Education, Dr. Halima Dishong, our featured speaker, senior public officers, faculty and staff of the SVGCC, distinguished guests, parents, well-wishers, ladies and gentlemen, class of 2024, a pleasant afternoon. The St. Vincent and the Grenadines Community College welcomes you to its 2024 graduation exercise. I am Yvesta Bowens.
And I'm Roosevelt John.
We are your public orators this evening. This year's graduation exercise is celebrated under the theme, Create Your Legacy, an admonition to our graduates here today to make a lasting positive impact.
Today, we encourage you to take pride in the achievements of our class of 2024. Enjoy the proceedings.
I would like to take this opportunity to, on behalf of our Deputy Director, Dr. Karen Thomas, apologize for her absence here today. It is with great pleasure that the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Community College takes this opportunity to congratulate Mr. Nigel Scott, our director, on successfully defending his doctoral thesis. As you celebrate with our graduates today, we look forward to celebrating your graduation exercise with you. Please welcome the director of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Community College, Mr. Nigel Scott, as he makes brief remarks.
Thank you very much, Yvesta. And I know who was behind that. My own registrar. I know that he's not here as yet, but I wish to recognize, because I believe he will be here, the Honorable Prime Minister and our Minister of Post-Secondary and Higher Education, Dr. the Honorable Ralph Gonsalves, other parliamentarians who may be present here this afternoon, members of the clergy, the Chairman of the Board of Governors of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Community College, Professor Joel Warrican, and other members of the Board of Governors of the SVGCC, members of the senior administration team, faculty, administrative staff, clerical and other support staff of the SVGCC, our guest speaker today, Dr. Halima Dishong, senior officers in the Department of Post-Secondary and Higher Education, as well as the Ministry of Education and National Reconciliation, members of the Diplomatic Corps, our graduating class, other students, parents, guardians, well-wishers, and friends, media, good afternoon. This year marks the 15th year that the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Community College has held an amalgamated graduation ceremony. Today marks another milestone in the life of the SVGCC and its 691 graduates. Today we celebrate with you graduates as we recognize your achievement. And it gives me great pleasure to invite you to stand, all of you to stand now as I invite our audience to give you a rousing round of applause on this your graduation day. Graduates, please stand. Thank you very much. You may be seated. As I've done in the past few years, I wish to do two main things this afternoon in this brief address. The first is to speak to some of the highlights of the academic year, and the second is to speak briefly to our graduating students. Before I look at the highlights, though, it is important for us to remind ourselves of why we exist as a community college. The very first page of our graduation booklet shares our vision and mission statements. I've therefore challenged my senior admin team to consider what the critical areas of need, growth, and development are in our country today and for the future, and then reflect on how we as a college can best impact for good our nation to meet our national, regional, and international goals. This must be an ongoing task if we are going to transform the lives of our people, our nation, our region, and our world. I begin, therefore, with the highlights with student access. The SVGCC continues to be home for over 2,000 students. Through several initiatives, we are working to double that number by 2027. The two key strategic initiatives to aid us in this are the addition of new programs on all campuses, especially in the health sciences, as we transition our division of nursing education into a faculty of health sciences. This is important if we are going to help our country meet the health sector needs, even as the new acute referral hospital gets ready to break ground at Arnesville. The second is the creation in January 2024 of our Center for General and Continuing Education. This center will work in two main ways: taking the SVGCC to the community and bringing the community to the SVGCC. If we are going to be a college for all and promote lifelong learning, we must ensure that persons of all ages and walks of life can access a college education in SVG. As part of our efforts to increase access, we continue to engage our regional and international partners. We are looking to reactivate our MOU with the Faculty of Agriculture at St. Augustine in Trinidad, and we will continue to work with Central Georgia Technical College and the Faculty of Medical Sciences at UWI Cave Hill to build out our health sciences faculty. The Division of Teacher Education also continues to explore other programs with the Joint Board of Teacher Education at UWI Cave Hill. To further enhance our student completion rates, we have introduced more deliberate academic advising sessions last year, and we are looking to further develop that process in 2024. Student achievements. Our students continue to do extremely well. Last year, 66 of them received national scholarships, exhibitions, and bursaries from the government from their performances in the associate degree programs as well as the regional CAPE examinations. Let's have a round of applause for our 66 national scholars, exhibitions, and bursary awardees. This increased number is due to the increased quality of the results that our students are producing. For example, in 2023, the pass rate in the regional CAPE examinations was 96.3%, with 18.1% grade 1s and 26.3% grade 2s. In addition, our graduation rate for our associate degree programs is over 70%. Several graduates have also received scholarships from the Republic of China and Taiwan, as well as tuition scholarships to enable them to pursue further studies. Our students also continue to be active in several local, regional, and international competitions, including the Local Tourism Colloquium, the Caribbean STEM Olympiads, the ECCB 2024 Creative Youth Competition, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade Essay Writing Competition, the SVG Robotics Team to the first Global Challenge in Singapore in October 2023, the Resident British Commissioner for a Day Competition, and the NTRC I-Code 784 competition. I turn now to staff and faculty achievements. There are several staff and faculty achievements I wish to highlight, and I hope I get them all. This year, we are pleased to celebrate with Ms. Janelle Morris, who has completed her master's degree in Taiwan and is currently pursuing her doctorate. Ms. Kadeen Black also completed her master's degree in business administration in August 2023. Mr. Edson Davis completed his bachelor's degree also in 2023. Mr. Joseph Bob completed his doctorate in architecture in February this year, and Ms. Cherry Ann Morris Brown has just completed her Master's in International Health in Taiwan. Ms. Letitia Jack has also moved on from her master's degree, which she completed last year, to pursue a doctorate in the USA. In 2023, the Honorable Prime Minister appointed an advisory council on youth. We are pleased that 4 of our faculty members, Mr. Cavil Hazelwood, Ms. Jamelia Crick, Ms. Zulika Lois, and Mr. Darren John, have been appointed to serve in various capacities on this council. A round of applause, please, for our faculty members. In October this year, 2024, we will celebrate with the Division of Teacher Education as they recognize the achievement of 60 years of quality teacher training in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We look forward to those celebrations come October, next academic year actually. Some internal appointments. This academic year, we welcomed the appointments on promotion of Ms. Aishanta Cummins as Assistant Registrar Student Support, Mrs. Jamisha Roberts-Daniel, Head of the Center for General and Continuing Education, and Mrs. Danisha Hector-Kwashi, Deputy Head of that same center. Mrs. Afia Clark has also joined our staff as the Communications and Marketing Officer. Mrs. Rhonda Stapleton and Mrs. Veronica Luke were appointed as Vice Deans of the Divisions of Nursing Education and Arts, Sciences, and General Studies, respectively. As we look ahead for the next 5 years, we will intensify our efforts to restructure the SVGCC to make it more responsive to the needs of our country. We will not only expand our program offerings, but we will also more fully activate our business plan to increase our ability to provide for the needs of our staff and students. In this 21st century, it requires a more sustainable model for higher education that is not as dependent on the central government for our financing. The government does a lot, but we must do our part to complement that. We must become more efficient and effective in all that we do. In conclusion, I cannot end without a specific word to our graduates today. The theme for our graduation today has serious implications for you as you leave our doors and embark on life after college. You have been gifted with the basic skills, knowledge, and experiences to help you move on to work or further study. There is so much more to learn along the way. However, you must commit to ensuring that you do not become your own worst enemy. Please, I beg you, make wise choices. Think clearly and do not be blinded by the glitter of fast money and glamorous lifestyles. Create your legacy based on honesty, critical thinking, teamwork, strong ethical values, a healthy sense of creativity and curiosity. Be disciplined and be socially, culturally, and environmentally responsible. In the words of Patty Davis, daughter of the former US President Ronald Reagan, that is your legacy on this earth when you leave this earth. How many hearts have you touched? Today, you are a graduate of the SVGCC, where nothing limits excellence. Go forth, create your legacy. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Nigel Scott. We now invite Dr. the Honorable Ralph E. Gonsalves, Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Minister of Post-Secondary and Higher Education, to give his remarks.
Mr. Chairman, the leadership of the Community College, our guest speaker, Dr. Dishong, members of staff, specially invited guests, and families, and most importantly, the nearly 700 students who are graduating today at Victoria Park from the Community College. I want to begin, first of all, by congratulating all of you who are graduating and to wish you all the best for the future. The college has grown immensely over the last 2 decades or so. Over this period too, we have become an integrated community college. We have moved from numbers 500-600 students in total to about 2,650 currently. The college has built an immense reputation over the last 2 decades. Indeed, officials at the University of the West Indies indicate to me that it is among the most esteemed of the community colleges throughout the Caribbean. And we still have other work to do. Today is not the occasion to speak to those, and I listened very carefully to the director. And of course, I've had audiences with the chairman, Professor Warrican, who we are very pleased to have leading many of the changes which are taking place in the college. I want to continue to give you the commitment, you the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines and the students, that my government will make available the spaces at the college for all students who meet the matriculation requirements to enter the college, and for you to have an education at the college at very minimal personal cost to you or your family. Indeed, we have seen the wide cross-section of students coming from the poor and the working people and the peasantry. We see the women dominating. Over 70% of the students at the college are women. We need some more men to be there at the college because it's an important matter for the continuation of our civilization. It is important that our women, as they advance, have next to them persons of particular culture and understanding of life, living, and production to partner with in the further development of our country and region. This year we are spending directly recurrent expenditure on higher education, post-secondary and university education, $45 million. Precisely the same sum as we are spending on hospital services and as we are spending on the police force. And the numbers who are benefiting, obviously, are because higher education is very expensive, not for you, the students individually, but for the government, for the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. You would know that this large number, in dollars, this large number covers a relatively small number of people as far as students go, 2,650 at the college. And then you have maybe a number just about 2,000 or so at university. But these are the numbers directly from the government. Additionally, we have scholarships from Morocco, from the Republic of China, Taiwan, from Cuba, from the Commonwealth, from other entities. And we are on target for one college university graduate on an average per household by the year 2030. Now, it is important for everyone to appreciate that the education revolution is the foundation stone of our quest to build a modern, competitive, many-sided, post-colonial economy which is at once national, regional, and global, and to enhance our quality of life and living, and to strengthen peace, tranquility, and prosperity for all. I know when this vision was laid out originally, many who are listening had their doubts. Well, to make changes, you can't have a sprint. We are accustomed in the Caribbean, in athletics, to be good at sprints. Well, development is a marathon, and we have to lay the foundation. And as the evangelicals say, we have to take it day by day, sweet Jesus. And you see the vision is rolling out before your very eyes, and you see the dramatic changes and developments for the benefit of the people of St. Vincent and Grenadines, and especially the young people. This is an amazing time to be young in our country. And I want to give you the continued commitment that you will always be at the center of the public policies of our government. I want at the same time for you to appreciate that while you are making these individual advances, they have not been made simply because you are bright. I want you to understand this. Brightness is a peculiar concept. There's a brightness which blinds, and there's a brightness which illuminates. If you are driving your SUV, coming to me on high beam, and I am in mine coming to you at high beam, we are so bright that we can't see one another. True brightness can only be properly accomplished in solidarity with one another and with the rest of the community to illuminate pathways for everybody. I want to remind everyone that at the time of the Moyne Commission, consequent upon the anti-colonial uprisings of the 1930s, there was a recommendation for a University of the West Indies, which came into being in 1948. But the people for whom the leaders spoke to establish the university, they themselves didn't even have a secondary education. Some of them didn't even finish primary education. But they understood the significance of education and science and technology. They understood that in the 1930s, and we have to understand that more than ever today in the fast and rapidly changing world. But the university did not come about because of individual brightness of people. It came about because of social solidarity. The community college which we have and the way it has been evolved doesn't come about because 2,650 students are bright. Because before the current time, there were 2,650 students who were bright. They now have the opportunities to express that quote-unquote brightness through institutional arrangements which have been put in place because of social solidarity. And when you're doing what you are doing, do not think of yourself as individual in an atomized sense. If you're an atomized individual simpliciter, you can't be part of a society. You have to be a social individual in communion with other social individuals for stated purposes, including, for instance, the education revolution. And you must have this philosophical outlook. And of course, as an old friend of mine, a late 18th century poet, William Wordsworth, said, I know some of you think that I might have been around at the 18th century and I knew Wordsworth personally. But I knew him through the writings. He said, bliss was it in that dawn to be alive, but to be young was very heaven. In your heavenly condition, there are immense opportunities. Take advantage of them. But never forget that those of us who are older, we are in a condition of blissfulness because we are alive. And we have to combine the sharpness of mind, the enthusiasm of the young, with the experience and the knowledge and the understanding of those who have studied and those who have lived through many experiences. I can write for you the history with my own life's experiences of our Caribbean civilization from the late 1950s. And every morning is new. The dew on the grass every morning is new. But the dew comes because of an interaction too, and the morning arrives because of the sun, and the sun is old. So don't think that it's only the new. It's also the old. And to be in communion with your mothers, your fathers, your grandparents, your elders. And every morning, morning by morning, new mercies we see. All that we need, thy hand has provided. Great is thy faithfulness. Congratulations, my dear students. I want you to know that I love you very dearly. I love you not in the general. I love each of you in the particular. And that is the reason why I would wish to look out for every single one of you and others like you who are coming to college and then who want to go on to university and to make careers for themselves and to develop themselves and their families and our society and our Caribbean. We have faith. We are sure of things which we have hoped for. And we are certain of things that we do not yet see. And daily, we must have fresh hope. We must despair, not have despair. And above all, we must love each other and our country as an ever-fixed mark that looks on tempests and is never shaken. Thank you. May Almighty God continue to bless all of us.
Thank you very much, Prime Minister, Dr. the Honorable Ralph E. Gonsalves. In a slight change to our program, when we move right into our feature address. Dr. Halima Dishong, Halima, is a mommy to 12-year-old son, Johannes Dishong Marshall. She is also a senior lecturer and head of the Institute of Gender and Development Studies, Nita Barrow Unit at the University of the West Indies, Cave Hill campus. Dr. Dishong recently served as the Vincentian Ambassador and second Deputy Permanent Representative to the United Nations for St. Vincent and the Grenadines' tenure on the United Nations Security Council, UNSC. Dr. Dishong holds a PhD from the University of Manchester, a BA, First Class Honours, and MPhil from the UWI, and was class Victorian in 2004. She currently serves as the co-director of the University of Johannesburg University of the West Indies Institute of Global African Affairs, chairs the UWI Cave Hill Gender Task Force and the UWI Cave Hill Sexual Harassment Policy and Procedure Implementation Committee, and is chair of the Barbados National Advisory Council on Gender. An experienced feminist sociologist, she specializes in gender violence, feminist methodologies, and anti-colonial, anti-racist feminism. She is co-editor of the books Interdisciplinary Perspectives on COVID-19 and the Caribbean, Volume 1, The States, Economy, and Health, Interdisciplinary Perspectives on COVID-19 and the Caribbean, Volume 2, Society, Education, and Human Behavior, both published by Palgrave Macmillan, and Methodologies in Caribbean Research on Gender and Sexuality, published by Ian Randall Publishers. She has edited several special issues of refereed journals, and her scholarly research is published in a wide range of international refereed outlets. In 2015, she was recipient of the University of the West Indies Cave Hill Campus Research Award for Outstanding Research. Dr. Dishong has advised Caribbean governments on gender-based violence, GBV, policies and laws. She has also created action plans and developed teaching tools and curriculum on gender relations and gender-based violence, and has national and regional research on violence in the Caribbean for international development agencies and regional institutions. She's a former Vincentian Sportswoman of the Year, national netballer, national netball captain, Commonwealth and Wellcome Trust Scholarship awardee, and the recipient of several other awards and fellowships. Animating her teaching, research, and engaging with communities is a commitment to ending enduring inequalities in the Caribbean societies towards the creation of just liberties. Please welcome Dr. Halima Dishong.
Thank you very much for that very generous introduction. And let me begin by recognizing Dr. the Honorable Ralph Gonsalves, Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, members of Cabinet, members of Parliament, Your Excellency Ambassador Fiona Pham, Ambassador of the Republic of China and Taiwan, Professor Joel Warrican, Chairman of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Community College Board of Governors, members of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Community College Board of Governors, Dr. Nigel Scott, Director of the SVGCC, Senior Administrative Staff of the SVGCC, representatives of the Ministry of Education and National Reconciliation and the Department of Post-Secondary and Tertiary Education, senior public officers, faculty and staff of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Community College, distinguished guests, parents, well-wishers, ladies and gentlemen, and of course we save the best for last, class of 2024, good afternoon. I want to begin with a word of gratitude to Dr. Nigel Scott, Director, the Registrar, Mrs. Samantha Miners-Rose, and the entire staff and students of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Community College for your very warm invitation and welcome, which sees me return to this blessed land of my birth to deliver these remarks at one of my alma maters, my beloved alma mater, the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Community College. As a member of the transitionary cohort of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Community College, 1996 to 1997, I was a member of the first cohort, and it doesn't matter that that ages me. I am a proud member of the first cohort of your beloved college. And yes, I am humbled by this opportunity to address you at your milestone graduation, which I'm sure is part of a series of signal events that you will continue to experience over the course of the brilliant path ahead of each of you. Oh, so much has changed since the late 90s when the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Community College housed only the arts, sciences, and general studies. My cohort had the distinction of beginning our A-levels at the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Grammar School, A-level division, and then graduating from the community college, the SVG Community College in 1997. We were but a small fraction of the numbers represented here today. When we completed secondary school, our options for post-secondary education in St. Vincent and the Grenadines were the single A-level institution at the grammar school, the then technical college, or the School of Nursing, and of course the Teachers College. Since the 2005 amalgamation of the four institutions, post-secondary and tertiary education options in our country has expanded exponentially. And that you are a group of graduates completing a range of programs, including CAPE A-levels, associate's degrees, bachelor's degrees, master's degrees, as well as certificates here at the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Community College, speaks volumes to the place of primacy that education occupies in this country. As a beneficiary of an enlightened policy by the government of St. Vincent and the Grenadines to widen access to education at all levels, I'm so excited to address a graduating class of a few persons shy of 700. When I went to the community college back in 1997, we were probably under 100. So it tells you how much we have grown. Now, before I proceed, I would just like to test the temperature of Victoria Park. Graduates, how are you feeling today? I can't hear you. I know you're feeling hot, but how are you feeling inside about being here? Excited? A little bit? A whole lot? You hungry? You would eat after? I must say, I was looking at you process to your seats, and you really showed up today. You look amazing, you look beautiful, you look the part. So congratulations on winning, on being here, because you did this. I was also inspired to learn of the theme of this year's graduation, class of 2024, create your legacy. It took me back to my own secondary school graduation period when our then teacher, a famous Dr. Nigel Scott, was asked to speak to a group of us as we prepared to embark on life post-secondary school. Director Scott, I am not sure how much of this, if any, you remember from your address to us in 1995, but you anchored your remarks in a simple yet powerful phrase: to whom much is given, much is expected. On the one hand, I personally felt the weight of responsibility to pay it forward. And many of us back then probably sarcastically muttered something like, "No pressure then, Mr. Scott." However, once I got past the fact that you weren't trying to heighten our anxiety as we awaited our O-level results, your remarks emphasized for me not only an immense sense of responsibility, but also the opportunity to serve, to be in service of others, as we had benefited from the sacrifices, love, and courage of so many that had gone before us. Class of 2024, I share this personal experience of graduating secondary school in 1995 as a means through which to invite you to embrace the idea of creating your legacy in community with and in service of others. While I appreciate the very generous bio that was read out about my achievements, missing are references to a series of communities and individuals without whom I could not stand before you to deliver this address. My great-grandmother, who turned 102 in this January, held our hands every Sunday as she took us to church, teaching us lessons reinforced by our parents about a power greater than ourselves, about love and kindness, about standing up for ourselves, about our ancestors, and about the communities which raised them. They taught us lessons and raised us in ways that cleared a path for us to navigate the vagaries of life. I was raised close to the top of that village you see above you, New Montrose. I was raised among an extensive and extended family by neighbors who made it their business to mind your business, a reality I wouldn't exchange for anything because it kept us safe. I was also raised by a very strong netball community from New Montrose and neighboring villages, and by a community of teachers and mentors. They were my communities of origin. We exist beyond ourselves. We exist in community with others, whether biological, adopted, or chosen. Our families and wider communities carry us until we are strong enough to join in carrying ourselves and others. 2024 graduates, I invite you to do something for me, please. I want to ask you to stand and offer a round of hearty applause to your families and your communities, because this is your collective moment. They're all up in the stands, and you could turn to them and say thank you. Feel free to sit. The breeze is better up here when you stand, actually. You are indeed a diverse group of students in terms of age, background, interests, identities, and futures. Some of you completed your programs while in full-time work. Some of you attended as full-time students and will now seek opportunities in the labor market, and I hope further education and training. I am certain that there was no single path that have taken you to arriving here today. What you share in common, however, is the grit and determination required to see the process through. You share in common exposure to highly qualified and dedicated and professional staff across all 4 divisions of this fine institution, a staff whose commitment to service and to your growth remain unparalleled. I ask you to stand just one more time, and I promise you will not have to stand again, but this time to offer a show of gratitude to your lecturers, your facilitators of learning, the administrative staff of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Community College, without whom we won't be here. So thank you to all of your mentors over the past few years. Now, returning to the theme of creating your legacy, I must warn you that I do not have a toolkit, a checklist, or a how-to. Instead of a manual on legacy making, I would like to encourage each of you to embrace the inspiration to be found in the profound and proud history of our nation and region. I dare to say that the Caribbean and St. Vincent and the Grenadines, as part of our Caribbean, was never created to serve the majority of us. By this I mean our region and country in the colonial imagination was never meant to serve the vast majority of our ancestors, whose labor and very being were exploited in service of the economic imperatives of a colonial state. Yet, here we are. Here you are. I am always keen to reference this history lest we forget. Lest we forget the Garifuna and Kalinago defense of Hairuna or Euroming from the period of encounter with Europeans. We must not forget the anti-colonial struggles of trade union activists of the early to mid-20th century who insisted on better working and living conditions. Nor should we forget the Shaker Baptist refusal to be managed as part of a religious orthodoxy, nor the early political party activists who called time on an exploitative colonial regime. We must remember women like Vincentian-born Elma Francois, who after seeking to organize her colleague laborers at the Mount Bentic factory in this country to secure better working conditions, would later migrate to Trinidad, where she organized domestic workers in the 1930s. Francois was co-founder to one of the most impactful labor organizations in 1930s Trinidad. During this period, she was charged with sedition for leading workers' strike. She defended herself against the colonial state and was found not guilty. Elma Francois' legacy lives in the activism of several generations of Vincentian and Caribbean people, an activism that occasioned important shifts in conditions of work in our region. Whether through the military defense of our lands, ongoing activism, or in the creation and implementation of enlightened policies, our nation was built by ancestors who understood their duty beyond self. Creating your legacy should never be reduced to a personal exercise. In doing the work to enhance societies, the work of creating a society in which everyone thrives, most of our forebearers were not preoccupied with personal legacy making. Now, let me say this. I encourage you to own your dreams, to be ambitious and be bold about pursuing them. Plot and plan your future. Continue to set goals in spite of how unattainable they may first appear. There is no need for there to be conflict between your personal ambitions and working in service of something larger than yourself. Those that we today celebrate as part of a pantheon of heroines and heroes were building a society that they were unlikely to ever enjoy. But guess what? They built it anyway. I take this opportunity to share a poem written by Dr. Deborah Providence, lecturer in literatures in English at the UWI and former lecturer at the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Community College in Communication Studies. The poem is titled Hairuna, and she writes, "Island, my island, your tranquil rest on the turquoise bed belies the nightmares of the past. The haunt, your jagged shores, nightmares fed by frothing white surf dashed against black sand, and reek barks swallowed by ravenous brine, and screams muted by salt and sand. Island, my island, your emerald hills nourished by celestial torrents, protected you from cannons turned inland. Your brown earth is fed by yellow and black blood, shed in defense of your ethereal mystery. Resistance, the metal probes blunted and show of purpose splintered you against your resistance, and what could be bent was ravaged and left to cool the wounds that smart and spark the eye of the unborn. My island, the fires of the morn will pour out and consume, destroy to rebirth. Rebirth island, yours is a legacy blessed, baptized with fire to consume, destroy, rebirth island." Now I share Dr. Providence's poem, Hairuna, with you, not only to call attention to the heavy weight of violence that feature in our history, but also to celebrate how our refusal to be consumed by this violence and our insistence on existing beyond the ravages of this history create in us a deep capacity to achieve what is often believed to be impossible. If we consider the inequalities to have emerged as part of the making of the Caribbean, and if we account for ongoing global economic and social inequities, then our very existence testifies to our incredible capacity to not simply survive, but to flourish. Providence tells us that yours is a legacy blessed, baptized with fire to consume, destroy, rebirth. And don't you forget it. Whether you were born here or you immigrated, know that this land and the people who call it home, know that we are a people of grit, determination, creativity, and sheer brilliance. Be not afraid to let go of those things which do not serve us, those things we must burn to experience the rebirth to which the Providence speaks. Our nation and our Caribbean are not served by divisive beliefs, practices, and systems, which tell us that some of us are more welcome than others, or that some of us simply do not belong. This is one aspect of our legacy that has no place in the wide futures which Guyanese poet Grace Nichols calls on us to create. Graduates, this is your legacy. This is your present, and this is your future. I invite you to know these grounds, these lands on which you have been granted permission to clear your own path. I invite you to learn more about this land, this region, our histories, and the contemporary global relations within which our nations are embedded. Graduates, the stakes are high. St. Vincent and the Grenadines' election to the United Nations Security Council in 2019 and our 2023 presidency of the Community of Caribbean and Latin American States as the first CARICOM nation to hold this distinction are to be celebrated for their significance in calling attention to the richest resource we possess as a nation, our people. While I am wary of reducing each of us to an economic measure, I do celebrate us as a people, the vibrancy we bring whenever we go, wherever we go, and our contribution to humanity. Graduates, who we are matters even as we celebrate personal and national achievements. Our world is literally burning. Burning from a climate crisis, while hardly of our making as small island states, affects us with an intensity not comparable to its impact on the largest emitters. The world is burning from heightened militarization across several regions. The reality is that crises do not affect us all the same way. Those made most marginal in society are more likely to suffer the worst effects of war, the climate crisis, natural disasters, pandemics, and economic downturn. We all suffer, but some of us suffer more than others. While we continue the hard work of creating a just liberty, who we are, who you are, matters, graduates. So with this education, remain ambitious, and if you are not already involved in service work, in community organizing, and if you are not already or in volunteering, find ways of operating in community with others. I implore you to do so encouraged by the legacies on which you stand, and also encouraged by the kinds of futures you imagine for yourselves and those in your care. We all need you, and we need you now more than ever. I listen to the array of programs that you have completed. As Vincentian creatives in music, fashion, visual arts, and literature take the world by storm, it is a blessing to welcome a new generation of graduates with the associate's degree in fine arts, design, and cultural communication. This program honors contributions of previous and current generations of Vincentian creatives from Shea Keen to Skinny Fabulous. With your training in nursing, teacher education in the technical and vocational fields and across the arts, sciences, and general studies, know that these programs provide an important springboard on your road toward actualizing the best of who you are. We need your skills, knowledge, and competencies in our collective path towards even more prosperity. We need you to unravel the most urgent questions of our time. Graduates, permit me as a committed UE alum to take this opportunity to invite those of you who have not yet applied to the UWI to do so. As our valued partner, the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Community College collaborates with the UWI in a number of programs. And I want you to know that there's a place for each of you at the University of the West Indies, an institution described by the late former Vice Chancellor Rex Nettleford as Caribbean people's greatest gift to ourselves. At the UE, you have the opportunity to scaffold your learning from certificate all the way through to degree level programs. You can apply to any of our 5 campuses to continue to cultivate the knowledge, skills, and competencies required to navigate an ever-evolving world, doing so at the UE as part of a wider Caribbean. Graduates, this is your time to shine, to create, to serve, and to do so in community. I invite you to breathe, refresh, prepare yourself for all that is to come, go forward, choose your path wisely, but also be prepared to grant yourself grace for the missteps that are likely to occur. Trust me when I say we do not have it all figured out as we grow from one version of ourselves to the other. However, always strive to be the best you with every available opportunity and at each stage of your journey, setting those standards of excellence to which Principal Dr. Scott spoke, even when the task might feel mundane and unwanted, is what prepares you for success at that which you most desire. As I end, I wish to reiterate that creating your legacy is so much larger than an individual exercise. Creating your legacy, plotting your path, has all the more impact when done in service of and in community with others. I will leave you with the words of Guyanese poet Grace Nichols in a poem she titled Praise Songs for My Mother. You were water to me, deep and bold and fathoming. You were moon's eye to me, polar and grained and mantling. You were sunrise to me, rise and warm and streaming. You were the fish's red gill to me, the flame trees spread to me, the crab's leg, the fried plantain smell replenishing. Go to your wide futures, you said. Class of 2024, walk bravely and boldly into your wide futures. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Dishong, for sharing with our graduating class of 2024 words of knowledge, wisdom, and encouragement. Thank you. At this time, we welcome the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Combined Choir, led by Miss Aishanta Cummings, Assistant Registrar. Please welcome them as they come. While they're making their way across the stage, I would like to remind us, the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Community College, one college, 4 divisions. And you would notice that today we have varying colors. Our graduates are wearing different colors. We have the blue for the Division of Nursing Education, brown for the Division of Teacher Education. The Division of Technical and Vocational Education wears orange, and the Division of Arts, Sciences, and General Studies in their green.
All
Ladies and gentlemen, I think that choir deserves another round of applause. Very well done, students. And so you see here at the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Community College, we're not just focused on academics. We provide platforms for our students to cultivate whatever creative art they want to get into. All right, thank you very much. At this point, I would like to ask the audience to turn your attentions to the screens as we prepare to hear from our Valedictorians 2024.
Greetings to honorable guests, members of staff, fellow graduates, friends, families, and well-wishers. I am Chelsea Bradshaw, Valedictorian of the Division of Nursing Education 2024. As I stand here today, I am overwhelmed with memories and emotions. At the tender age of 11, my mom took terminally ill and then she later passed away. This heartbreaking experience ignited my passion and love for nursing. I was deeply moved by the dedication and commitment the nurses showed my mom. It was then that I knew I had to dedicate my life to giving the same love and care to families in need. I am forever grateful for this opportunity, as this calling has shaped my life and brought me here today. However, today is not just a day to look back. It is also a day to look into the future with hope and excitement. To my fellow classmates, the fellow graduates, I want to take this time to wish you the very best in your future endeavors as we embark on a new chapter in our lives. To the staff and faculty of the Division of Nursing Education, I want to say thank you for your unwavering support and dedication. Your dedication to education has not only imparted on my education, it also instilled in me values, morals, and a desire to continue exploring and growing. To my family, I know that you are proud, and thank you for always loving me and supporting me. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Dwayne Richards, and I'm this year's Valedictorian for the Division of Teacher Education. To the part-time and full-time cohorts, we made it. We triumphed through the trenches. Today, we are at a remarkable juncture, a point where past efforts converge with future aspirations. So as we celebrate this achievement, I am filled with immense pride and gratitude. The past 2 years have been a roller coaster of emotions and experiences, from burning the midnight oil to juggling deadlines, group work, and planning lessons. We have managed it all by working together. Despite our many ups and downs, our forbearance to overcome the downs is what ultimately took us over the line to feel the glory of our hard work. And so here we stand, not jaded by the challenges, but tempered by the experience. And through it all, this accomplishment could not be achieved alone. And so I'd like to thank God, for without him, nothing is possible. To my mother, you did it alone. You did it best. Thank you. To my family, friends, and coworkers, my path to this moment has been shaped by your unwavering support and belief in my potential. I am a product of you, as you have always been a part of me. To the DTE staff, this momentous occasion could not have been possible without your wisdom and guidance. And so to you, I am forever grateful. You have challenged us all to think critically, to push beyond our limits, and to always strive for excellence. To fellow graduates and my epic classmates, I am honored to have walked alongside this path with you. Our journey to this moment has been filled with many challenges, triumphs, and countless learning experiences. We came together with unique perspectives but shared purposes: to educate, to shape the future, to inspire. So let us continue to support and uplift each other, for the path ahead will have its challenges, but will be incredibly rewarding. In the words of Nelson Mandela, education is the most powerful weapon that you can use to change the world. So as we step into our role as educators, let us not forget the power that we hold to make a difference. This isn't a goodbye, fellow graduates. This is a collective hello to the future that we will shape together. Congratulations. The future of education is bright, and we are the light that will guide it.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and congratulations to the class of 2024. We did it. It feels like it was just yesterday when I was wandering the school like a lost puppy, trying to find the right room. I wish I could stand here to tell you that I love school, but like many of you, I'm not exactly a fan of endless assignments and exams. But I refuse to accept failure. And let's be real, I didn't want to get thrown out the house. Not to motivate, quite like the thought of being cut off from your mom's home-cooked meals. As we prepare to say goodbye, I can't help but to think of the memories we made. The same farewell to our favorite spots to hang out, and lecturers who sometimes manage to put up with our antics. But most importantly, we're saying farewell to each other. We laugh together, stress together, and grow together. Before I conclude, I want to extend a heartfelt thank you. Thank you to God for guiding me, to my family for their unwavering support and love, and to everyone who helped me along the way. As we move forward, I wish each of you nothing but the best. Believe in yourselves, stay focused, and never stop learning. Congratulations, class of 2024. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty, special invited guests, proud parents, and of course, fellow graduates, good day. I am Carissa Moses, and I am truly honored to be one of this year's valedictorians and recipient of the Award of Excellence for the Division of Arts, Sciences, and General Studies. First, I would like to give a special shout out to my family, friends, and fellow business studies classmates. Thank you guys for believing in me that I had the potential to receive this award, even though I didn't believe in myself. On behalf of the graduating class of 2024, I would like to extend a heartfelt thanks to our parents for supporting us throughout this journey, our lecturers for being extremely patient with us. We know that this was not an easy task. Some of us might still be very unsure of what to do and what life has in store for us. But my encouragement to you is to go bravely and boldly into this new chapter. Do not be daunted by the unknown, but instead embrace it. Be confident in your abilities and dreams. Work hard to achieve your life goals. Do not let the naysayers discourage you. Remember, it is okay not to have everything figured out right now. Take time to explore and discover your passions. Surround yourself with supportive people and do not hesitate to ask for help when you need it. Congratulations, graduates, and here's to our future successes.
Check.
Graduation for many is the ultimate finish line. After years of gruesome exams, countless assignments, and for some overdue labs, we can finally say that we are closing a chapter in our lives. But our stories are far from over. Sure, we walk away with a diploma, but alongside we carry countless memories of laughter and tears that will form a foundation for incredible chapters that lie ahead. Graduation is a springboard into our unique journeys to change the world. For some, that may involve pioneering a new branch of science or leading an international social justice movement. But realistically, changing the world doesn't require a single extraordinary act. It's the culmination of our small contributions that make a difference. You can change the world by offering a smile to a passerby or just by being a good listener. As Victor Webster once said, everything we do, even the slightest thing we do, can have a ripple effect and repercussions that emanate. If you throw a pebble into the water on one side of the ocean, it can cause a tidal wave on the other side. Have you ever been affected by some words of motivation from a teacher and it's pushed you to greater heights? Have you ever been reminded by a colleague of an impending deadline for an assignment that could have decided whether or not you pass a course? We've all been affected by the ripples created by others at some point. As young graduates, it is our turn to take a more active role in casting our own pebbles and changing the world around us, no matter what path we take in life. So, class of 2024, it's time for you to define your way to change the world. Embrace your passions, chase your dreams, and know that the ripples you create will have a powerful impact. Congratulations.
Before we move into the presentation of awards for excellence, we would like to recognize some other outstanding students. We call this the Spirit of the Division Award. And these students best embody the values and general spirit of the division. These awards will be presented by the Dean of the respective division. And we will start with the Division of Nursing Education. We invite Dr. Roxanne So Maloney. The Spirit of the Division Award for the Division of Nursing Education goes to Kathy Free. Thank you, Dr. Maloney. Congratulations, Kathy. Dr. Maurice Butler, Dean of the Division of Teacher Education. And the Spirit of the Division Award for the Division of Teacher Education goes to Petra Ann Davis Smith. Congratulations, Petra Ann. Thank you very much, Dr. Butler. We now invite Mr. Osborne Bowens, the Dean of the Division of Technical and Vocational Education, to present the Spirit of the Division Award to Genesis Cyrus. Dean of the Division of Arts, Sciences and General Studies, Mr. Fergus, Maxwell Fergus, presenting the Spirit of the Division Award to Haley Douglas. Congratulations, Haley. Thank you very much, Mr. Fergus. We now move into the presentations for the Awards of Excellence, and we will ask Professor Joel Warrican. Divisional Award for Excellence for the Division of Nursing Education, Chelsea Bradshaw. Don't go, Professor Warrican. You would also make the presentation for the Divisional Award for Excellence for the Division of Teacher Education to Dwaynette Richards.
Which one are you doing? Thank you, Professor Warrican. You may have your seat. We now invite Dr. Halima Deschong to present 2 awards of excellence. Next award goes to Divisional Award of Excellence at the Technical Division, Danari James. The next award, Divisional Award of Excellence, Shanice Harper, Cape Associate, Cape for the St. Vincent Grenadines Community College, DAGS Division. Thank you, Dr. Deschong.
We will ask the director to present the last award. Divisional Award for Excellence from the Division of Arts, Sciences and General Studies in the Associate Program, Carissa Moses. Thank you very much, Director. Congratulations, students. And with that, we move right into the most anticipated segment of this program, the presentation of certificates. We begin with the Division of Nursing Education. We invite the Dean, Dr. Roxanne Stowe Maloney, Dean of the Division of Nursing Education, to make presentations. The Division of Nursing Education will be followed by the Division of Teacher Education, and then the Division of Technical and Vocational Education, and the Division of Arts, Sciences, and General Studies bringing up the rear. So make sure that you are ready so that we could keep it moving.
Director, I present to you the graduates from the Division of Nursing Education who have successfully completed their course of study at the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Community College. Associate degree programs, registered nursing program, Chelsea Bradshaw. Chelsea will also receive the awards for most outstanding student in theory and our most overall outstanding student. Cathy Free, Alicia Malcolm, Darisha Williams, and Ronessa Hathaway, who will also receive the Most Outstanding Student in Clinicals Award. Associate degree in midwifery, Iota Cottle, Tosca Little Abbott, Zenon Marshall, Risa Eustace, and Laurencia DeRoche. Laurencia will also receive the award for Most Outstanding Midwifery Student. The following students have successfully completed the Bachelor's of Science in Nursing program from the University of the West Indies, Mona, and graduated with their cohort from the university. The SVGCC recognizes Batch 2 for their achievement. Viris Castello. Viris will also receive an award for Most Outstanding Student in Theory. Haronice Collins, Casey DeFreitas, Amber Marie Gibson da Silva, Jaheim Green, Renisha Harry, Lenalia Isaacs, Daniel Lois. Daniel will also receive the Most Outstanding Student Award. Lamisha Lachman, Marva Moore, Shania Woods, Rikisha Wright, and Ranice Pitt. Ranice will receive the Most Outstanding Student in Clinicals Award. I would also take this time to invite Dr. Grace Walters, the General Nursing Council Chairman, to present the award, the General Nursing Council Award, to Ranice Pitt. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Maloney. We invite Sister Viola Richardson to lead the Nurses' Pledge.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon to all the graduates, especially the nursing graduates. I will say the nurses' pledge and you will repeat. In full knowledge of the obligation I am undertaking, I promise to care for the sick with all the skill and understanding I possess. Without regards to race, creed, color, politics, or social status. Sparing no effort to conserve life, to alleviate suffering, and to promote health. I will respect at all times the dignity and religious beliefs of the patients under my care. Holding in confidence all personal information entrusted to me. And refraining from any action which might endanger life or health. I will endeavor to keep my professional knowledge and skill at the highest level. And to give loyal support and cooperation to all members of the health team. I will do my utmost to honor the International Code of Ethics as applied to nursing and to uphold the integrity of the nurse. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sister Richardson. Congratulations again, nurses. We invite Dr. Maurice Butler, Dean of the Division of Teacher Education, to make presentations for the graduates.
Director, I present to you the graduates from the Division of Teacher Education who have successfully completed their course of study at the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Community College. Early Childhood Program, Dial Tyrrell. Primary Program, Leandra Batiste. Antonique Commijon. Daniela Hakshaw. Tiana Hanson. Rian Huggins. Avita Jackson. Sharanaya Jackson. Chelsea Joseph. Jodine Joseph. Arusha Kennedy. Giselle Lavia Michael. Luan Lavia, Anizo Lewis, Lonnie Lynch, Onifa Maz, Kimisha Oliver, Tasilka Oliver. Tasilka will also receive the award for outstanding performance in the primary program. Samantha Sam, Andriana St. Luce, Kathian Williams, primary part-time program, Rodria Adams, Lavon Alexander Oliver, Adonna Bob, Beulah Bob, Wendian Douglas, Tiffany Duncan, Kasanique Emmanuel, Philander Gloucester, Janique Glynn, Jazana Harris, Sheridan Haynes Francois, Siobhan Hooper, and Siobhan will also receive the award for outstanding performance in the part-time primary program. Michelle Knights, Leola Lavia, Alan Leach, Deandra Leach, Sherias McNichols, Julia Pompey Matthews, Rojano Richards, Crystal Sutherland, Shania Webb, Zibian Weeks, Asha Williams Ross, Keandra Williams Graham, Ronette Williams, and Tanisha Wilson. Secondary program, Akeelia Ballantyne, Ashley Brown, Kishuba Kane, Petran Smith, L'Oreal Duncan, Ashley Edwards, Clemson Forgus, Arlette Jack, Kadir Ned, Dwaynette Richards, and Dwaynette would also receive the award for outstanding performance in the secondary program. Sabrina Scott, secondary TVET program, Apache George. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Butler. Congratulations, teachers. We invite the Dean of the Division of Technical and Vocational Education, Mr. Osborne Bowens.
Director, I present to you the graduates from the Division of Technical and Vocational Education who have successfully completed their course of study at the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Community College. Certificate in Automotive Repairs Technology, Joshua Alexis, Delano Antoine, and Delano would receive the Program Excellence Award. Durante Bob, Jada DeGratz, Amma Ford, Omari Ford, Kelroy Harry, Kiokia Peniston, Jamal Richards, Calvin Sutherland, Dominic Williams. Dominic would also share the Program Excellence Award for Automotive Repairs. Joshua Williams and Demoni Junior Windsor. Certificate Office Administration, Varian Bunyan, Kayla Graves, Vinette Lawrence, Demelia Leach, and Demelia will receive the Program Excellence Award as well. Jada Maskell, Shawinia May, and Jokia Nanton. Certificate in Properties and Facilities Maintenance, Kalisha Boyd, Ocean Carr, Kishon Frederick, Aiden Grant, Colin Grant, Kiara Hingson, Shaquan Jacobs, Nathan Joseph, Zanisha Mason, Ortega Nanton, Jamal Richards, and Amroy St. Rose. Certificate, Refrigeration and Air Conditioning Technology, Johari Anthony, Zamir Bartholomew, Nayon Byron, Shama Charles, Vidal Charles, Jaquan Danzine, Ryan Dublin, Eugene London, Jamal Mears, Johnny Primus, Jarvis Richards, and Alwyn Roberts. Certificate, Welding and Metal Fabrication, Romando Maxwell. Associate of Applied Science degree, Agricultural Science and Entrepreneurship, Derice Brown, Philip Clark, Zizi Roberts, Jovain Samuel, and Jovain would receive the Program Excellence Award. Very good, young man. And Amma Williams, Architecture and Building Construction Technology, Associates of Applied Science degree. Jonathan Alexander, Cheyenne Anthony, Roberta Ash, Roel Bacchus, Azia Bannon, Jeoran Bonnet, Alri Coffey, Al-J Dorset, Winston Hazelwood, Ali Lewis, Kelsey Nichols, and Kelsey would receive the Program Excellence Award. Andres Perez, Leandre Olivier, and Shari Thomas. Associate of Applied Science degree, Automotive Repairs. Tyron Clark. Graydon Clouden. Michael Coffey. Avacia John. Joshua John. Jane Paul King. Tyrese Lewis. And Tyrese who received the Program Excellence Award. Joshua Little. Lenford Oliver. Joshua Osborne. Claudius Robertson. Isaiah Seaton. Farrell Williams. And Shamor Williams. Business Studies Accounting. Latonia Kane. Stevia Charles. Zaria Franklin. Delicia George. Shadi Lewis. Shamila Lockett. Daquan Lynch. Keston Murray. Kiana Kwashi. And Kiana would receive the Program Excellence Award. Phoenicia Surek. Darren Troy. Jerona Smith. Angelique Tucker. Julie Williams. And Marsha Williams. Business Studies, Sales and Marketing. Denique Betis. Shanette Betis. J.Ann Bramble. Shania Brooker. Genesis Cyrus. Ariel De Freitas. Michaelia Fraser. Ronnie Gibson. Mitchell Glynn. Ruth Griffith. Aliyah Huggins. Ashoni Humphrey. Rihanna Jackson. DeAndrea James. Kadeja John. And Kadeja John will receive the Program Excellence Award. Darrell King. Alian Little. Krista Little. Rachel Martin. Jadian Miller. Dessler Oliver. Athalia Olivier. Yulene Peters. Janaya Richards. Nicholas Richards. Felicia Richardson. Angelica Simon. Julissa Spencer. Cara Williams. And Kiara Woods. Associates of Applied Science degree, Computer and Electronics. Deshaun Calendar. Johann Skalzak. Rinaldi Hillocks. Devin Horn, Zonti Hoyt, German Hunt, Maya Jack, and Maya would receive the Program Excellence Award. Kelvin Jarvis, Claydon Johnson, Adion McLean, Jalik Samuel, and Kai Young. Associate of Applied Science degree, Culinary Arts, Joshua Aline, Tia Bascom, Avian Compton, Jelicia Gawley, Swan Nanton, Ketonia Peters, San Xavier Slay Simon, Alexandra Solin, Martina St. Hill, sorry, Iana Ogaro, my apologies, Mr. Ogaro. So we had Ketonis Peters, San Xavier Slay Simon, Alexandra Solin, and she would receive the Program Excellence Award, Culinary Arts. Martina St. Hill, Kellen Straw, Ashani Williams, Deshauna Williams, Associate of Applied Science degree, Electrical Engineering, Akeem Dennis, Devantis Friday, Ronaldino Hanson, Kejoni Nero, Jared Nichols, and Jared will receive the Program Excellence Award. Allron Nimlet, Jarek Payne, and Michael Solin. Entrepreneurship and Small Business Management, Vitrice Connell, Regina D'Souza, Rulicia Dixon, Janicia Foy, Shariel Fraser, Albertino Grant, Shellyan Herbert, Ariel Homer, Ngozi Johnson, Gadiel Joseph, Sanjay Joseph, Shalicia Latham, Jaquan Lewis, and Jaquan will receive the Program Excellence Award. Kilani Lewis, Chanela Moore, Kaeli Nero, Daria Richards, McKaylee Roberts, Jessica Scott, Tirina Scott, Fijat Smith, and Aberdeen Williams. Applied Associate of Science degree, Food and Beverage Management. Shalicia Cruikshank. Tiana DeGrads. Lisa Duchamp. Antoinette Glasgow. Tiani Pear. And Jamie Shadi. Applied Associate of Science degree, Hospitality Studies. Kimisha Alexander. Crystal Bock. Jadeda Keto. Daniel. Ronia Davis. And Taylor Edwards. Princess Fields. Calicia George. Stephesia Gordon. Lesson Griffith. Alia Hathaway. Nadiel John. Jadisha Joseph. M. Nansen Patterson. Colinsha Richards. Chanel Samuel. Zai Samuel. Zia Samuels. Kevin Tash. Tatiana Telemac. Aliana Tyson. Louis Welch. And Zia Samuel will receive the Program Excellence Award. Information and Communication Technology, Jeremiah Bascom. Odia Charles. Kajani Daniel. Keeman Duncan. Iron Edwards. Jaheim Huggins. Denari James. And James will receive the Program Excellence Award. Percival Joycelyn. Delis Johnson. And Tion Mays. Applied Associate of Science degree, Mechanical Engineering Technology. Kemal Gopal. Refrigeration and Air Conditioning Technology, Applied Associate of Science degree. Sarona Banan. And John Cato. Malaki Nero. Garrett Robertson. And Colvert Vera. And Colvert will receive the Program Excellence Award. Associate of Applied Science degree, Tourism Studies. Natania Britton. Shanice Claps. Maya Craig. Jamaria De Freitas. Tamara Edwards. Ruth Hackshaw. Arissa Henry. Kenisha Hines, Tiffany Hooper, Zevian Hoyt, Cardinic James, Jonique James, Ariel Laborde, Dennery Matthews, Chesroy Neal, Amari Olivier, Elora Pierre, Giovanni Peters, Anika Pollard, Ariel Rubin, Clayshawn Robertson, Melisha Sam, Daniel Samuel, Julissa Shallow, Rafisha Walker, and Colisi Williams. And Colisi Williams will receive the Program Excellence Award. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Boyens. I now invite the Deputy Dean of the Division of Arts, Science and General Studies, Ms. Veronica John Luke, to present the certificates to the CAPE students.
Director, I present to you the graduates from the Division of Arts, Sciences and General Studies, CAPE program, who have completed their course of study at the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Community College. Mira Abdul-Eid, Antonio Alexander, Brittany Alexander, Brianna Arthur, Gabriella Award, and would also receive the Literature Subject Award. Haley Babb, Dorian Bacchus, Caris Bacchus, Trevion Bailey, Kyra Baisden, Tristan Balla, Zonelle Ballantyne, Malanique Baptiste, Peaches Barker, Cody Bartley, Zante Bascom, Osric Baines, Jadiel Belingi, Isabella Bollers, Danica Boye, Aldine Brown, Destra Brown, Joshua Brown, Rosario Brown, Tijani Brown, Krishana Bunton, Juliana Butte, Rihanna Kane, Deshauna Kane, Shekinah Campbell, Irvin Carr, Alex Chahada, Jadelia Chambers, Rianka Chance, Khalil Charles, Keno Child, Zaya Clark, Zadion Clifton, Alyssa Cornwall, Romeo Cornwall, Keris Cozier, Anthony Craig, Letitia Cruikshank, Lindisha Cruikshank, Anthony Coffey, Jelani Cumberbatch, Leah Cumberbatch, Gabrielle Cummings, Kendisha Cupid, Christy Da Silva, Richard Days, Kenya Daniel, Jadine Daniel Francis, Rondell Dean, Maya De Freitas, who also received the Geography Subject Award, Nirella Duroche, Abigail Dishong, Omario Dick, Haley Douglas, who also receives awards for Caribbean Studies and Chemistry, Angelina Dowers, Malika Duncan, Renicia Duncan, Janessa Durant, Rain Durant, Edicia Edwards, Jayana Edwards, who receives the Subject Award for Environmental Science, Zane Edwards, Jonte Edwards Barry, Jaden Ford, Ashlyn Francis, who receives the award for Management of Business, Zakia Garrick, who receives the Sociology Subject Award, Zenol Games, Giella Gilbert, Ilana Glasgow, Jazaria Glasgow, Jericia Glasgow, Gia Gloucester, Lon Green, Naeem Greenidge, Ray Gums, Shanice Harper, who received subject awards for computer science, digital media, physics, and pure mathematics. Zachary Harry, Orlando Henry, Pierce Henry, Gabriella Hillocks, Ajay Hope, who receives the Subject Award for Law, Noah Horn, Rayon Horn, Caleb Howard, Chavez Hall, Celine Ibrahim, Matthew Israel, Ariana Jack, Bajanique Jack, Kiaja Jack, Zaria Jack, sorry. Kalia Jackson, who receives the Subject Award for Biology, Chazelle Jackson, Brianna John, Jamari John, Maya John receives award for Communication Studies, Gia Johnson, Miles Jones,
Brunel Joseph, who receives the Subject Award for Accounting. Daniel Joseph. Kirel Joseph. Matthew Lacram. Gabrielle Levine, who receives the Subject Award for Green Engineering. Isonte Ledger. Ethan Lewis. Fia Linley. Anaya Llewellyn. Jilan Malcolm. Kamala Maz. Joel Mason. Melody Matthews. Dariana Mackey. Thea McMaster. Donna McLean. Roma Miller. Stephen Millington. Vanique Mills. James Mitchell. Nadira Morgan. Caleb Morris. Daniela Murray. Ronetta Nanton. Shawani Neptune. Angelique Nichols. Ariana Oliver. Charisma Oliver. Jordan Oliver. Kiara Oliver. Oslian Oliver. Xavier Oliver. Anik Patterson. Adaya Phillips Jack. Tikel Pierre. Zenis Primus. Karen Providence. Kino Providence. Malika Providence. Terrence Providence. Azaria Ralph. Abigail Richards. Ciara Richards. Chanel Richards. Richard Roach. Ansley Jr. Robon, sorry. Alex Roberts. Ariana Roberts. Renice Robertson. Sherian Robertson. Nazia Robin. Kiara Rogers, who receives the Subject Award for French. Don Paul Samuel. Osana Samuel. Patriana Samuel. Sofala Samuel. Tikwana Samuel. Vonique Samuel, Jason Sandy, Naya Scott, Nijay Shallow, Naima Simmons, Tristan Simmons, Latavia Simon, Leah Simon, Zenique Simon, Ariel Small, Omarion Small, Ronaldino Solomon, Lakura Sprott, Wanwei Su, Kijani Thomas, Malik Thompson, Travis Thompson, Janine Tony, Sarah Tony, Dennis Jr. Toussaint, Secret Walters, Orisha Warren, Abner Williams, who received the Subject Award for Physical Education and Sports, Michaela Williams, Mikhail Williams, Nikolai Williams, Takia Williams, Tiana Williams, and Jolise Yummy.
Thank you, Mrs. John Lu. I now invite the Dean of the Division of Arts, Science and General Studies, Mr. Maxwell Fergus, to present the certificates to the associate degree graduates.
Director, I present to you the graduates from the Division of Arts, Sciences and General Studies, Associate Degree Program, who have successfully completed their course of study at the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Community College. In the Business Studies Program, Courtney Andrews, Brian Bacchus, Christopher Bacchus, Kirk Baptiste, Tyrese Billy, Deidre Brown, Kyra Brown, Rissy Byron, Ziel Kane, Jamal Kane, Rihanna Carut, Olivia Castello, Amari Charles, Tyrese Connell, Brenton Kozia, Sharon Comerbach, Jamon Cyrus, Simara De Silva, Jafisha Daniel, Tonya Dowers, Keona Dumba, Daniela Duncan, Janelle Durant, Davia Frank, Kiara Games, Felisa Gibson, Julicia Gordon, Asif Graham, Tia Gun Monroe, Alonzo Gurley, Jadine Herbert, Marcus Houghton, Tanya Homer, Charity Hope, Jillian Howe, Gianna Jack, Junior Jack, Cazelia Jackson, Lenika James, Omega James, Deontay John, Kiana John, Sarah John, Shanice John, Cherise Johnson, Zavriel King, Kadia Lewis, Kriska Lynch, Donisha Matthews, Lindy Camilla, Adia Millington, Carissa Moses, and Carissa is also the top performer. She will receive the award for business studies. Tania Phillips, Tirina Phillips, Leah Providence, Crystal Kwame, Sadie Regisford, Zuriel Rodney, Anya Ross, Henrico Samuel, Kenique Samuel, Christina Steh, Jadicia Stevens, Amal Toulon, Alcina Williams, Jamal Williams, Aria Wilson, Riquan Wilson, Tamasha York, and Tiana Young. In Fine Arts, Design and Cultural Communication, Mariah Hoyt, and she's also the top performer. She will receive the award in this program. Kyra Jackson, Tiana James, Matthew Joachim, Mauricia Latham, Javon Porter, Onella Smart, and Lashante Williams. In General Studies, Ozika Brown, Anthony Charles, Jemani Dixon, Nicole Douglas, Ashanti Duncan, Deontay Glasgow. She will also receive the award in General Studies. Janique Jordan, Safari Joseph, Junice Kelly, Danielia Lewis, Inisha MacLeod, Tatinia Olivier, Desron Kwame, oh, two of them. Lewis, okay. Daniela Lewis. And Daniela Lewis, yeah. Zenal Rage, Sade Reddock, Agnes Rock, Latricia Teixeira, Jonil Williams, Nafik Woodley, Alicia Yearwood, and Leandra York. In information technology, Bianca Bracken, Dwayne Little, Liana Lorraine, Maxwell Maz, Jaquan Nimblett, Errol Parsons, Alex Richardson, Kamani Samuel, Tamal Walters, Maurice White, Adrian Williams, and Kyrol Wiley is also the top performer, and he will receive the award in information technology. In paralegal studies, Veronica Battis, Afria Blue, Connie Bowens, Kimora Edwards, Nashoma Franklin, Jemor Job, Anika John, Cadel Jocelyn, Mariah Lavia, Akeelia Lewis, Alyssa Lockhart, Ozon Matthews, Timika Murphy, Taisha Peniston, and she will also receive the award for paralegal studies. Codson Peters, Christian Kwame, Stevie Reed, Kamisha Rose, Tanisha Rose, Rolanda Samuel, Rafia Sardine, Curtis Stone, Diane Tony, Shamor Tucker, and Brennick Williams.
This is an announcement. We're asking the band to come on stage in the meantime.
In the psychology program, Jada Adams, Mia Andrews, Sonia Antrobus, Nolika Bartholomew, Kiara Bino, Aaron Charles, and Aaron will also receive the award in psychology. Nia Cox, Omari Edwards, Joel Leontry, Raquel Marshall, Rian Richards, Jamelia Sears, Ashante Trumpet, and Kayla Weeks. In the sports science program, Dion Benji, Clivert Brong, Chad Cork, Odin Kolzak Grant, Andros Denny, Javian Frank, Ronika Gibson, Jonathan Grant, Cork Junior Hamlet, Janicia Jackson, Alancia Joseph is also the top performer and will receive the program award. Devon Matthews, Tariq Nichols, Asha Nichols, Anella Patterson, Thais Rind, Jordan Rogers, Adrian Sam, Jelano Samuel, Kadeen Samuel. Okay. Jomani Toussaint. And Derek Walker. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Fergus. Congratulations again to the class of 2024. And as we begin to wind down the events of the day, we ask Silk Band to join us on stage for entertainment.
Themselves from each other. There's too many hopeless souls, and ragamuffin soldiers. What we need is love, and what we need, everybody. We want vice versa love to all the hungry, vice versa love. Come on and get some, vice versa love. Come on and get it, vice versa love. To all the rude boys, put down all your guns. The only ammunition we need is love, love for everyone. Mothers, tell your daughters, and fathers, please tell your sons. Just want them, teach them, tell them, show them. That's what we need. Everybody, we want vice versa love to all the hungry. Yeah. Vice versa love to all the rejects. We want vice versa love. Come on and get it. Vice versa. Everybody. Vice versa love to all the hungry. Vice versa love to all the rejects. Vice versa love. Come on and get it. Vice versa love.
We are kindly asking the students, well, the graduates, sorry, especially those of you under the 10s with the Division of Technical Education, teachers and nursing, could you please return to your seats? The proceedings are not yet finished. Graduates, please return to your seats. Thank you very much. All right, we'll ask Mrs. Afia Clark, Communications and Marketing Officer at the St. Vincent and the Grenadines College, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, and graduates of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Community College, SVGCC, good afternoon. As we culminate this momentous occasion, it is my honor to extend heartfelt thanks on behalf of the SVGCC to our distinguished members of the platform, led by the Honorable Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Minister of Post-Secondary and Higher Education, Dr. Ralph Gonsalves. We extend our earnest thanks. Prime Minister, your unwavering commitment to advancing education nationally and at the SVGCC is greatly appreciated, and we thank you for your insightful and inspiring words today. Chairman of our Board of Governors, Professor Joel Warrican, and all members of the board, we thank you for your direction and the support in developing and expanding the SVGCC. We also take this opportunity to express our deepest gratitude to our featured speaker, Dr. Halima Dishong. Your words of wisdom and guidance have certainly resonated with us today. Mrs. Bernice Roberts, lecturer at the Division of Teacher Education, thank you for inviting God's presence to today's ceremony through prayer. To our director, Dr. Nigel Scott, and Deputy Director, Dr. Karen Thomas, we express our gratitude for your leadership, flexibility, and commitment to the success of the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Community College. Thank you. To our senior administrative staff and faculty, both full-time and part-time, words cannot fully express the depth of our appreciation for your dedication to the success of our students. We thank you. To our administrative staff at each division, our maintenance team, and our groundsmen, thank you for your continued support and dedication. Your efforts in making all necessary adjustments do not go unnoticed and are greatly appreciated. To our graduation committee, comprised of members from all divisions of the SVGCC, faculty, and student representatives, we express sincere gratitude for your invaluable contributions and assistance in ensuring today's event was a resounding success. Registrar Mrs. Samantha Miners-Rouse, Assistant Registrars Ms. Janine Duncan, Ms. Aishanta Cummins, and Mrs. Leah McNichols-Wilson, Junior Clerks Ms. Danielia Thomas and Ms. Vanique Richards. Thank you all for your commitment to taking on this Herculean task and completing it skillfully. To our public orators, Mr. Roosevelt John and Ms. Yvette Bowens, thank you for the phenomenal job that you have done this afternoon. To the SVGCC Combined Choir, we thoroughly enjoyed your presentation and express our thanks for the time and effort you poured into it. We also extend our sincere thanks to our protocol officers who are still working diligently as we conclude. Your hard work and professionalism are appreciated. To all of our service providers, organizations, and vendors, namely the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force, the National Lotteries Authority, the Carnival Development Corporation, the management and staff of the Victoria Park, Mr. Javid Collins, Mr. Denzel Jacobs, Mr. Rodale Robertson, Mr. Romain David, Mr. Ivo Carr, Mr. Vaughn Mills and team, the Silk Band, ITFX, Josh A. Moments, Galaxy Printer Limited, the media, thank you for partnering with us. We say thanks as well to Mrs. Michelle Gould at the Government Printery for her patient and dedicated assistance in managing the logistics and production of our programs. To the parents, guardians, relatives, friends, and well-wishers here in person and those viewing online, thank you for supporting our graduates during their time at the SVGCC and for joining in today's celebration. Finally, to our graduates, today marks a significant milestone in your lives, and we commend you for your dedication and perseverance that have led to your well-deserved success. We acknowledge that your journey has been filled with challenges, yet you have overcome them with resilience and determination. As you embark on the next chapter of your lives, we implore you to reflect on the lessons learned from the setbacks and build on your achievements. As I close, I invite you to ponder on a quote from Pulitzer Prize-winning poet Mary Oliver. Tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? Class of 2024, make it something rewarding and great. Create your own legacy. Thank you all, and congratulations, graduates.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Clark. One of the most powerful songs in the animal kingdom is that of a lion's roar. Graduates, in a moment, I'd invite you to unleash a roar to rival that of 1,000 lions. A roar that is symbolic of the perseverance you endured to ensure your success here today. The loved ones you lost, who would be proud? The parents and guardians that sacrificed for you to be here. Indeed, your hard work, despite the odd jobs and the added responsibilities. More importantly, a roar that will symbolize what our college motto says, nothing limits excellence. Graduates, please stand. I invite you to now take your tassels from the right and turn them to the left. Ladies and gentlemen, in a count of 3, I would invite the graduates of the St. Vincent Grenadines Community College 2024 to unleash a roar that represents their achievements. In the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. No. You can do better than that. You've worked hard to be here, graduates. Let's start that again on the count of 3. Unleash the roar. 1, 2, 3.
Nope.
Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you the graduating class of the St. Vincent and Grenadines Community College 2024.
Thank you very much, Mr. John. Congratulations again to the class of 2024. Give yourselves a round of applause. And that concludes the events of the day. We invite the band back to the stage to provide entertainment. Members of the platform, you are free to leave.